Okay, no offense. See, every year we come, we are all talking about the society, what will happen to the future of the society. I think all of us are worried about the society, but is it our problem? I think first thing is we should worry about ourselves. In no time, Sivapuranam would be recited from some of us. What is our state? Will I come back to this earth plane? Will I be taking a role of an elephant or a cow or a human being? Or will I become a stone or a tree? When will I take this birth? If I evolve to the teachings of the Guru, what is my status? I think that should be the one that should be worrying us. The society is run by the Guru's grace, it will run. I'm not saying that we should not have ideas of how we should run the society or how we should manage. As the time comes, things will fall into place. And I'm very confident about it. But what will happen to individual one of us? We have all taken this society, taken on our Gurudev, Swami Swayamjayanandaji Maharaj as our Guru. For most of us, I think here, many of us have already been initiated. There's no running away from that truth. Where do we stand? I think these are the worrying part that each one of us should carry. Some of us have already reached 60s, some 70s, some 80s, according to certain text. After 80 years old, otherwise every day is a bonus for you. After 70, every week is a bonus. After 60, every month is a bonus. Are we all prepared to face reality of life? Here we are all very worried about the succession plans, about how we can improve our society. I think it is high time we all think about how we can improve ourselves. Now, I don't mean to be critical or sarcastic, but I think this is reality. It includes me. I am no different from you all. But where do we stand? How many of us really have thought about this? We don't know when the death call will come. Anytime it will come. Okay? Now I picked up this very old article entitled Guru Shishya Yoga by Swami Chidananda. He's writing about his relationship. What should be a relationship between a guru and a disciple? He says the most important part of a spiritual journey is in developing a living contact with a source of transforming spiritual power, that one becomes illumined, one becomes divine, and one becomes transformed. How are we going to go from a human to a God-man? That's what he's trying to say here. Okay? Now, many of us have been in connection with the Divine Life Society and Gurudev's teaching for the last some 30 years, some 40 years, some 10 years, and I think I'm one of the younger ones. I'm only involved with Gurudev's teaching for the last 12 years. Now, why and where do we all stand? We all believe in fate, destiny. Is faith and destiny everything in life? Vidhi is something which we cannot run away. There's two things about destiny. One is to be born in a family is destiny. We can't do anything about it. Who your father is, who your mother is, destiny. Okay? Who your spouse is also your destiny. Who is your guru is also destiny. Many a times we complain, prayer meetings, not enough people. We are not taking efforts to look for people. In fact, it's not only in the branches, it is also happening in the headquarters. As I hear sometimes fingers are pointed at us, it is true. But what is that we can do if other people's faith is such that they should not come for prayer meetings? Isn't it? If they is not fated to come for prayer meetings, what can we do as heads of institutions? We can't do anything. If the headmaster cries there's no students in the school, what can anybody do if there's no students coming to the school? You cannot blame anybody. Each one has got our own level of evolution. There are so umpteen gurus today. Many of them have diverted to other gurus, not because we are anywhere inferior or we are not efficient. It is because their destiny is they have got their own gurus. Many of them from the Divine Life Society have moved to Amardanandamai, provided they were not initiated. Some of them have moved into Sriti Sai Baba. Likewise, some who have followed Sivabala Yogi have come into Divine Life Society. Some of them who were following Swami Nityananda have come into Divine Life Society. Whichever path we are, whichever state of evolution we are, will progress. So if you go into the wrong Guru lineage, because by accident we may have some connection with this Guru lineage in the last birth, so we have to have that continuity, and that whoever that Guru is there, he leads you to your destined Guru. That is the philosophy of this Guru Sisya worship. So the Guru himself will come looking for the devotees, we will go. So likewise there will be changes. Even if there is 5 people or 6 people, the question is what is our commitment to the spiritual path. I think that is most important. Okay? He says, obedience is better than reverence, devotion is good. But what is the sign of devotion? This is what Swami Chidananda is asking. What is the practical proof that you are really devoted to the Guru? We all claim that we are very good disciples, but what is the proof? So he says, the proof is to be sincerely and earnestly and seriously desirous of carrying out his instructions and living according to his teachings. How many of us can boldly stand up and say, I follow the 20 spiritual instructions? Something for all of us to think about. To walk along the path of the Guru has made for us, and to go in the direction he has pointed out is the true sign of love and devotion. Bhakti means serving the Guru. The greatest service one can render to the Guru. Try to do exactly what he has asked you to do. From this effect and will be an even deeper contact and connection with the Guru. A Guru Shishya Yoga is present in its highest and most intense form when the disciple makes himself the very embodiment of the teachings of the Guru. How many of us can claim that we are real disciples? Okay. And he also quotes what are the important books. He says, how do you surrender to the Guru? He says, you have to surrender. I am your disciple. I take shelter at your feet. And he says that is the first transformation one has to do. The moment we surrender, that's the first transformation. By then the grace of the Lord and the Gurudev's blessings will lead you to a Guru-Sishya relationship. The greater is the illumination and the benefit to the disciple, and the greater is the ability of the Guru to go on sharing, giving and transferring. The Guru's is always, yes, what I have is yours, come take it, but this is only possible with samparka. What is the meaning of samparka? It means parabhakti. Samparka is a constant living in the spirit of the Guru's teaching. 1. Constant carrying out his instructions, fulfilling all his instructions, orders and commands, making oneself the embodiment of Guru Upadesa. This becomes the deepest connection, the heart connection between the Shishya and the Guru. The Shishya becomes the embodiment of the Guru's teachings. So here he repeats, I need not go one step further and tell you what Guru's teachings are. You are all familiar with his universal prayer, his 20 spiritual instructions, the Sadhana Tattva. Sadhana Tattva is all the 7 cultures written by Guru. The culture of the Atma, the culture of health, and so on. Okay? And his book on the essence of yoga. Whatever Gurudev had to give to the world, he condensed and gave in the form of 4 concise teachings. I always swear upon them. For me, they represent Gurudev himself. May we thus recognize the inner secret and the truth about the essence of discipleship and how we can derive maximum benefit, maximum gain from Guru Tattva, and one's connection with Guru Tattva is one's discipleship. God bless you all. This was written by Swami Swayamjayanandaji. Now, this is something for us to ponder. You see, whenever we talk about Jnana Mudra, even in Bhagavad Gita, under the Jnana Sloka, they talk about Jnana Mudra. Why do you think Jnana Mudra is the first sign that when we talk about Adi Guru, we are talking about Dakshinamurti? See, when Lord Shiva said of the form of Dakshinamurti, he used the Sin Mudra or the Jnana Mudra. Now, Jnana Mudra actually has got very deep meaning. Many of us think it's just that when the individual soul unites with God, when you are 3, Anavam, Bhava, Maya disappears. That's all it is. It's a very simple explanation, but it has got a deeper meaning. It goes to show that knowledge is the ultimate in life. Okay? Because if you want to follow knowledge, whether it is secular knowledge or spiritual knowledge, secular knowledge is what you are getting all the degrees and so forth, academic knowledge you are getting from colleges and universities. But apart from this, there is also a spiritual knowledge. Now, whatever knowledge is not important, but knowledge should be considered sacred. Okay? And why Jnana Mudra? Jnana means knowledge. Okay? Now, to have this knowledge, you have the basis of the Bhagavad Gita is Karma Yoga. Okay? Now, you can only perform Karma Yoga when you have Bhakti and Jnana. Otherwise, you cannot perform Karma Yoga. Because to know that the attitude of Karma Yoga is, I am not the doer. That means you did not do anything. Everything is done for the sake of the Guru, for the sake of God. You are just an instrument in the hands of God. You don't expect anything. There itself, many of us will have F9. Okay. And apart from that, we also have to follow the teachings of the Guru 100%. There is no give and take here. There is no compromise in the teachings of the Guru. Can we all at least get together how to remodel our life and look at the spiritual side of evolution, at least for those who are above 50 years old? Because the lifespan of an average human being is about 76 today. So every other thing is extra marks for us or extra grace. So once you have reached 50, we have got more time to recollect, but less time to think about. So why don't we think about something that is worthwhile and make this ashram a place for us to carry out our personal spiritual activities rather than picking on what is happening and help everyone to coordinate and manage this development society. Thank you very much. I think time is catching up. We will continue when I come next month. Hari Om.